You guys, it is a Tuesday Tabata kind of day. That's right. We love Tabatas on Tuesdays. Well, we love Tabatas all the time, but even more so on Tuesdays. I mean, it goes with Taco Tuesday. It's all good. Go with lean turkey instead of ground beef. There's your little tip for the day. Okay, so here's what we got for the newbies. Let me explain really quick. For those of you that already know how this works, you can just skip on right by my instruction here. I would love to do this with you guys, but I'm trying to get out of the house because it has to show here in about an hour. And yeah, so life's a little crazy. So I'm just going to demonstrate and hope that you guys can help each other get through it, okay? So what's going to happen is you need to download a Tabata timer. And Tabata's Tabata. There's like 5 million of them out there in your Play Store or whatever. Okay, so download your timer. And what Tabata is a style of workout. So basically what we're going to be doing is each round is going to be 4 minutes long. Okay, each set is 4 minutes long. I always say this backwards. Each set is 4 minutes long. Inside each set, you have 8 rounds. Okay, so what's going to happen is you're going to work for 20 seconds, rest for 10 seconds. Work for 20 seconds, rest for 10 seconds. And you keep repeating that for all 8 rounds, okay? So that adds up to your 4-minute set. So what I have for you guys, and Tabatas can be different time increments. A traditional is the 20-10. Sometimes we're going to mix things up to a 45-15, or maybe even something different than that. You guys know me. You never really know what to expect. But for the purpose of today, I want you to set that timer for 20-10. So work for 20, rest for 10 for 8 rounds, okay? 4-minute sets. Okay, so what you're going to do, we're going to do just a little bit of everything today. It's going to be kind of short, sweet, to the point. I only have 4 sets for you. First one is cardio, then we're going to do arms, then we're going to do legs, and then we're going to finish with some core. Okay, so your very first set, once your timer gets rolling, we are going to start with high knees, okay? High knees is bringing the knees up here, reaching the hands there at a 45-degree angle. If you cannot jump, you can step, whatever it takes. The purpose of this is to just go as hard as you can for that 20 seconds of work. Enjoy the 10 seconds of rest. Okay, so your high knee, 20 seconds, and then you're going to rest for 10 seconds. And then you're going to go into a Heisman, which is a step side to side. And you can see that my legs kind of stay forward, but my posture stands forward, but my knees are going to kind of cross over my body, and I'm going to reach the opposite arm to knee. And again, you can do just a really wide step with this, and that's going to get your heart rate going. If you can do a jump and make it even wider, even better, okay? Everybody's on their own level, so just push as hard as you can. So you're going to alternate back and forth. High knees for 20 seconds, rest for 10. Heisman's back and forth for 20 seconds, rest for 10. Back to high knees for 20 seconds, rest for 10. Back to Heisman's for 20 seconds, rest for 10. You're going to keep that going for all 4 minutes, okay? When you're done with that, you're going to take about 30 seconds or so to catch your breath, and then we move on to arms. Same exact setup. We're going to do push-ups. You can either go here, modified to your knee. You can do a full push-up here. You can do a push-up here against a chair or against your ottoman or your couch or whatever. Or if you need even further modification, you can use the wall. Okay, bring your feet in a little closer to make it easier. Back them up to make it harder. Okay, so you'll do push-ups for 20 seconds, rest for 10 seconds. Then we're going to go into a tricep dip. Again, use your couch or chair or something like that. You're going to keep your butt as close to the ledge as you can. Let me move this just a tad. There we go. All right, and you're going to dip here. Be careful that you're not hunching over or you're coming way out here. Okay, that's bad for the shoulders. You just want to come straight down. Even if that means you only get a little teeny tiny dip, that's okay. For something a little bit more tough, you can take your feet out. And for even tougher yet, put both feet on top of a ball or in front of another chair, and you can dip that way. Okay, so push-ups for 20, rest for 10. Tricep dips for 20, rest for 10. Keep continuing for 4 minutes. After that, moving on to legs. You're going to do a squat pulse. So what's going to happen is I want you to take a nice wide stance with your toes pointed out. I usually like to grab something to hang on to. If I don't have anything, I usually rest my hands right here on my chest. What this does when you bring your hands in is it's going to force you to keep your chest up and shoulders back. Anytime you have your arms way out here, we kind of have a tendency to do this number, which is not what we want. We want to come straight down to where our knees don't go past the toe line, okay? You want to come straight down here. And so for a squat pulse, That's exactly what you're going to do, is you're going to pulse in that squat position. This looks different for everybody. Some people feel a little bit more comfortable with their feet a little closer together. Some people can't come down as far. That's okay. Again, we're all different. Okay, so you're going to pulse for 20 seconds, rest for 10. Then we're going to do some deadlifts. And what I want here is for you guys to grab your weights or your soup cans or your water bottles or whatever you've got, and we're going to just rest them right here on top of the shoulders. Feet are going to be shoulder length apart, and they're going to stay straight. And you're going to bend over, sticking your butt back towards the wall. Then you're going to squeeze your buns and pull yourself straight up. So this is working the back of the leg. Again, you want to work as hard and as fast as you can because that 20 seconds is going to go by real fast, okay? So for legs, you're going to alternate between those two, squat, pulse, and deadlift. And then finally, we're going to finish off with core. For those of you more advanced, we're going to do V-ups, okay? Let me come back a little here. Doo-doo-doo. And that's just straight up and down here, keeping the core engaged, head off the ground here. If you cannot do that, if you can't keep your back flat on the floor, I want you to do a single leg V-up. And what I want to see here is arms wide, legs wide, head up, and you're just going to alternate here, okay? 20 seconds there, and then you rest, and then flip over, and you're going to hold a plank. Plank can be either low here, it can be high here, it can be modified here. You can do it on a bench here. There's lots of different ways that you can modify. The key or the point is you don't want to be feeling any pain in your lower back. If you're feeling pain in your lower back, it means that your core is not strong enough to hold that plank. So it means that you need to modify. There's absolutely nothing wrong with modifying. It's just going to help you build a stronger core so that eventually you can do it either on your elbows or on your hands or whatever. Okay, you got to start somewhere. And if you're feeling that twinge at all, it also could mean, because if you start sagging, that's usually the toe, you know, the sign that you're not lined up right. Another thing to watch is that you're not way out here. You want the hands directly underneath the shoulders here. This is what starts to happen when we get tired holding that plank, okay? Not good for anything. You want to stay nice and flat. Also this one, not doing you any good. If you can't hold a perfectly straight position like this, you need to be modifying long enough until you can. Trust me, stick around long enough and you're going to get really, really good at those planks, okay? We do a lot of core work. Okay, so for that one, same style. 20 seconds on, 10 seconds off, alternate back and forth for the 4 minutes. If you guys have any questions at all, you know to let me know, ask me. Hopefully this was good enough instruction for those of you just starting to get your feet wet in Tabata. All right, love you guys. Have an amazing day.